Field reports from the strange. This is Obscura Bureau.
1. I just confided in my sibling and a few friends in the group chat, also during a live stream. 2. In the live stream, some friends asked how to attract girls, how to get the girl of their dreams and build a deep relationship. 3. People brought up my personal love story and said it was a beautiful love story. They wished to have one like that. 4. A beautiful love story? Well, I'll briefly tell you about my love story. Five. It's a story that has lasted over 10 years now. S 2025 and we. 7. People will immediately think, oh, how happy and perfect the two of you are, happily together for a long time. 8. Thank you all very much. 9. But it wasn't a straight and smooth path where both of us enjoyed every moment together fully. 10. There were times of arguing, fighting, times of hatred, resentment, wondering why I had to be here, why I had to endure such things. 11. And there were many more times like that. 12. But after all those arguments. 13. The decisive moment to be able to continue walking together. 14. Was both of us being willing to set aside our egos and accept that. 15. No matter how many flaws the other person has, I always have one plus point for them. 16. That is, they are still willing to be here to sit and talk. 17. Because others might have brushed it off and left. 18. The other person is still willing to sit here and talk with me to solve the problem together, not get up and leave. 19. In that, I would say I am lucky. 20. I feel lucky because the other person gave me that, gave me the willingness and attention, the acceptance. 21. As for everything else. 22. It will be at a level called normal with each other. 23. And this is what I wished someone had told me when I was 20, in college, in love and heartbroken. 24. Someone crushed my heart, let's put it that way. 25. And someone hung my heart on a tree. 26. And someone taught me what it truly means to love. 27. So I understood a concept deeper than love, which is compassion. 28. Therefore, through such relationships, I started rethinking what is called affection. 29. Romantic feelings, relationships. 30. It turns out everything is much clearer than what I thought. 31. People think they need someone really amazing, beautiful, perfect, suitable for them. 32. Or people will think that the other person, the one they have a crush on. 33. They must find some way to make that person fall for them, to have them in this life. 34. But to talk about that, I'll give an example about work for everyone, for easier understanding. 35. You are a 23, 24-year-old intern. 36. Just got an internship job. 37. Then the boss assigns you a huge project, with at least 10 billion to spend. 38. The boss gives you over 10 billion, says just spend it, use it. 39. And he needs you to send him at least 10 profits from this by the end of the month. 40. You are an intern, your experience and connections are too limited to mobilize. Send even 1 billion, let alone 10 billion, and now it's over 10 billion. 41. Spending money isn't as. 42. What can I buy for over 10 billion now? Buy a house. 43. And then what? T-Act, you can. 45. 46. You took that job because you thought it was a perfect, amazing job. A good opportunity for you to learn, to stand up. 47. Okay, great, that thought isn't wrong at all. 48. But can you handle that job? 49. That job is immense, is extraordinary like that. 50. Do you have the ability to manage it? Our relationship is pretty much like that. Do you think that person is amazing, perfect, and having them in your life is wonderful? Is that thought correct? Can you get along with them? Can you manage life with them? Can you maintain that relationship? Are you capable of sacrificing and overcoming yourself during heated arguments, when hurtful words slip out and fists are ready to fly? Can you restrain yourself? Do you act like a lover even when the two of you are no longer in love? That is what matters. Because in relationships, the soaring moments, the peaks, are truly exhilarating. The happy times are very happy, right? But the sad times are also very sad. If you can't handle the lows, how do you deserve the highs? Managing with one person isn't simple. You find it hard to manage yourself, let alone. Not to mention managing another person. Just. Okay, when it. LL say. Or just keep holding hands and moving forward. In a complex society like now, do we use emotions to love and life? Where's the rice? Do we have clothes to wear? See, but the basic foundation to build a life isn't even there yet, let alone living happily. Have we managed that? And when thinking about all that, whether you can build a life with them or not, then you realize the core lies in you, not in them. Having them in your life may not necessarily be better than you, but it's a basic foundation. And as good as you think. Having them in your life may not necessarily be as wonderful as you expect. And when disillusioned, you not only betray the trust in the picture you painted in your head. If only I had him. If only. All of that boils down to one basic, simple reason that creates everything. It's you, your person. Before welcoming someone into your life, into your world, you yourself must have a certain balance. Not saying stable, not saying mature, but a certain balance. Some people in their 20s have a foundation to manage, but some even at 30 to 40 still don't. So we shouldn't compare each other on that, but rather on how they treat their own lives. Because if they themselves have managed their lives, they are happy, then they can spread happiness to others. And it contrasts. At the same time, when you know what makes you happy, what factors make you feel complete. Can they complement that happiness? Can I help them be happy with my life? For example, if my life is already too happy, I welcome them to live together, day by day both happy, then that's wonderful. But if my life is messy, all chaotic, I don't even know what happiness is. Read pretty, bae. Then going online, opening some nice websites to look at is more effective than living with someone. Because at least the website doesn't betray me. I search for something, and it gives me that. But a normal person will sometimes act and live for themselves, not for me. Oh, Dawn. Back to basics, your inner self, your true self, are you happy? Are you satisfied with your current life? Do you know what makes you happy? Answering those questions, then I think we have a ticket to welcome someone into our lives. To truly have a comfortable and joyful relationship with them. It's like cleaning the house to welcome guests. I've shared this on live stream. When guests come over, what do? We have to tidy up the house. A messy, unclean, and not fresh smelling house. Would guests want to stay? If we welcome guests into a cramped, slippery, dirty, dusty house everywhere, then we are not worth befriending. So, the first thing is to clean the house. If we wanted to stay for an afternoon, we just need to clean the house, right? If we wanted to stay until evening, we had to prepare a meal. If we wanted to stay overnight, we had to tidy up the bedroom. If we wanted to stay until the next morning, we had to buy and prepare breakfast. If we wanted to stay for a week, we had to clean the entire house from top to bottom and find ways to keep it clean. We even had to plan activities together for the following days. To go out with someone for a few days, we had to plan ahead. Where does that plan come from? They never experienced it, we won. We can't vaguely sketch out a plan. We ourselves must have real-life experience. Our house must be clean and beautiful. The plan for tomorrow must be clear, knowing exactly what we need. The day after tomorrow too. We must know. Why'd I know? Simply because it's my life. I arrange everything and invite them into my life for them to experience. LL stay. If not, they. Recall all the times people went to a friend's house to hang out. For example, going to a complete stranger. We go there to hang out and feel very happy, really enjoying it. Looking at the clock, it's already 10 p.m. at 12 a.m. At that moment, I wonder whether I should stay or not. It's so fun here, I want to stay. Why do you want to stay? Why do I want to continue being there? Because the atmosphere is so joyful, the experience here is too wonderful and interesting. When you welcome someone into your life, it should be similar to that. Why do we have to think about flirting when the best, most interesting thing is ourselves? If the world has 11 billion people, and there are 11 billion completely different individuals, you are one of the most interesting things this universe has ever had. 11 billion completely different people, no one's like anyone else, right? You are the unique version that this universe cannot replicate, got it? Inviting them anywhere is not as good as you being an interesting person. You have to express that interestingness. And expressing interestingness is basically as I just said. Clean the house, tidy up, plan what to do tomorrow. You don't need to try to show yourself as too amazing, too cool because basically, even if you could show that, LL eventually discover that it. And when you live your ordinary life, it's normal, not as attractive as when you were showing off. Wouldn't people feel betrayed then? To either be comments like, but now you betray yourself and then you betray them. You betray yourself when you portray a person who is nothing like you. When you return to your true self, people are also surprised and realize the truth. Be yourself and become the best version of yourself. You will always be happy when living as the truest version of yourself. Clean your house, prepare delicious meals, and treat yourself. When you treat yourself well, others who come along will get to enjoy the wonderful things you are creating for yourself. You treat yourself kindly, feed yourself good food, experience wonderful things. Then, you simply invite others into your life. If they like it, they will wonder whether they should stay or not. You need to do much, just say. I turn on the green light, you can freely step in. I'd open the door and invite you, but whether you enter or not is up to you. You can leave. There are still many people out there waiting. There are still those who have observed me for a long time, knowing how I live my life. Knowing how wonderful my experiences are. They have been eagerly waiting. Don't stand at my door anymore. Whether you enter or not is up to you. If not, then forget it. Permission granted, fine, because there are many people out there waiting. Clean your house, prepare a fulfilling life for yourself, explore what makes you happy. Become someone who is happy with yourself. The version of you that is happy with yourself is the best version of you. And that's when others not only fall for that happy person but also want to immerse themselves in that happiness. They will pursue that happiness and try to cling to that image simply because they want to be happy like that. But of course, on the other hand, your own happiness is your own. We haven't talked about the happiness of a couple between two people. Because in this society, there are people who cannot find their own happiness. In this society, there are people who tie their happiness to others. Only when others are happy can they be happy. Some people have complexes from birth, some develop complexes as they grow up, experiencing life that gives them unclear beliefs. Those beliefs lead them to circular, negative thoughts. At this point, we need to set something like this. Not everyone is being saved, not everyone can be saved. And we cannot save everyone. There are people who are about to drown but still refuse to let go. There are people who have reached the sea but still refuse to call for help. How can we rescue those people? We cannot possibly rescue those people. They're even enjoying sinking. So how can we possibly rescue them? Take care of yourself first. And that is the trade-off, the threshold you must set for yourself. Do not sacrifice your own happiness just to serve the happiness of others. Because everyone must find their own happiness. Whether their happiness aligns with yours is a completely different story. My mission is to serve my happiness. Your mission is to serve your happiness. And if our happiness runs parallel, meaning walking the same path, not colliding, not destroying each other, if heading in the same direction, that's wonderful. We have found a kindred spirit. That's why we now see so many divorce scenes. They are not walking the same path. Each person's happiness takes a different shape. They come together hastily, impulsively. They like each other so much, but they are also so different. And when they finally have each other, they begin to see their own true faces, then realize the true nature of the other person. That's when they discover, oh, so my happiness looks like this, and your happiness looks like that. How can we blend these two into one? It's so difficult. So finding someone who can accept that happiness and manage with that happiness, then willing to walk that path together. That is luck. And that's what I said on the first day I was lucky. When the person beside me is willing to put their ego aside and take time to accept together that, at least fundamentally, our happiness is still heading in the same direction. To destroy each other, ISN. And therefore we should cherish this relationship, instead of constantly arguing fiercely just because we want to defend our own righteousness. Sometimes our own righteousness isn't necessarily like that. What's wrong with admitting mistakes? Often we also have to ask ourselves if we are lucky enough. That depends on each person. I'm not God to bestow luck upon each individual. But I believe that everyone deserves to have such a relationship. Everyone deserves to have that luck. Everyone deserves to have someone who loves them, passionately, wholeheartedly, madly, obsessively. Love to the point of madness. Everyone deserves such a person, at least one in a lifetime. Because I know that those willing to love us madly are usually our parents. They are willing to sacrifice a lot for us. Are there any whose parents don't sacrifice for themselves, for you? And if parents live selfishly, that's misfortune, not happiness. Then hello sadness. As for matters of love, as I said, focus on yourself first, tidy up your own house first. Cook yourself a delicious meal first. Give yourself wonderful experiences first. Then, turn on the green light, open the door, welcome guests. Guests who want to come in will come. Guests who see this beautiful house, the delicious meal, this interesting experience, they will want to stay on their own. And the rest is we will consider. Whether they invite us into their house or not. They turn on the green light, right? Okay, let's go into their house and see. See if the house is tidy, clean, how the meals are. What is your relationship with your parents like? Look at what their life and happiness look like. And what are the characteristics of the path they're on? What will their future direction be like? After seeing their life, family, and who they are, and comparing it with your own life, who you are, and your family. If you see no conflict, everything is harmonious, compatible, and peaceful like that, then wow. Oh, so we already have a happy story. I think that's what we need to talk about and pay attention to. Because back when I was a student, I was also very dreamy. I thought I couldn't pursue people who I'm not compatible with, people I can. Second, following the journey of someone whose happiness breaks my own happiness. And it wasn't until I met someone who told me that this is love. Love is when someone is willing to dedicate themselves to you just because they want to. They want to dedicate themselves to you not because they'll get something in return, but simply because they are that kind of person. They define themselves as a lover. So they will do the things a lover does, and that is obvious to them. No need to ask, no need for conditions or lengthy reasons, because it is what it is. 1 + 1 = 2 simply because that's the rule. Their house is very beautiful, their room is very clean, the meal is delicious, the conversation is very interesting. So I want to stay, not just stay but also want to add more interesting things to this house. I want to build this, add that, plant this and that tree, making that house even more elegant. And that was already a completely different story. At a higher level, it's affection, not love anymore. I think my sharing so far has somewhat helped everyone find a little comfort for their wounded hearts. Because if someone doesn't value you or rejects you, then remember, clean the house, cook, make a really delicious meal, then go to interesting places. The rest, the wise ones will come on their own. And whoever doesn't want to be with you is foolish, inferior. Peace.
If the report helped, subscribe and open the next case.